insane this early on. These Phoenixes are so effective, as Mouzhasu is just being a total jerkface with this. As we see them, one Spore Crawler coming down, but these Overlords definitely trying to get in range of these Spore Crawlers. Spore Crawlers attacking this one Phoenix, and we see 2 more Overlords go down. So Dimaga at 2,100 losses to Mouzhasu's 550. So Mouzhasu super effective with those Phoenixes, as Dimaga is just cursing them right now. Dimaga, though, with a very robust economy, and not to be outdone Mouzhasu equally. They are both toe-to-toe as far as harvester count. Meanwhile, Mouzhasu be cranking out more of the same, as these Phoenixes have just been super effective. As we do see a little quarrel right there, as we did see 2 of those Hydralisks going down right there. So these Phoenixes right now, super effective. Look at the kill count in between all of these guys. We, 4 and 5 and 0 and 5. So really super effective right now. Although Dimaga is starting to coalesce quite the Hydralisk ball right here. These Hydras are not going to be happy about these Phoenixes. So we see the Phoenixes coming over here. A lot of damage being done. We do actually see one Phoenix going down right there, as these Hydras are pissed off about what's going on. Not going to be taking it anymore. So they just basically shat all over this Phoenix right there. So as we see Dimaga starting to build a larger Hydralisk army, the Phoenixes are getting less and less effective. Also, we're starting to see the static anti-air defenses popping up as well. So Dimaga not liking that, not wanting there to be any more losses. He's up to 2,800 losses. Look at all the queens down here too. As we see, oh man, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 queens down here. So Dimaga not going to be outdone. As going to be definitely bulking up there with the anti-air. And I'm surprised we don't actually see any transfer, but we are going to be guarding all of these Overlords, as this one Overlord is straying from the flock. It will be easily picked off by these Phoenixes if he is not careful. These Phoenixes will be running up there, and we'll see another Phoenix being sniped by these Hydralisks. These Hydras are getting pretty numerous. We do see this one Roach being chewed on by these Phoenixes as it is gutted, and you see its bloody remains strewn all over that Xel'Naga tower. So right now, Mouzhasu going to be switching up. We don't see any Phoenixes coming out right now, but we do see a lot of Zealots with the charge upgrade. We do see Robotics really churning out the Colossus, but not getting Thermal and Lance upgrade. Now, I really feel that this is going to be due his disadvantage, as that Thermal Lance upgrade makes such a difference, making it that much harder to actually snipe the Colossus, and they're able to engage earlier. So overall, really, you want to get that Thermal Lance upgrade. It is, although it is expensive, it just makes your Colossus that much more effective and that much more safe. That much more safe. I'll use my English. That much safer. Meanwhile, Dimaga will be pushing up here, and Mouzhasu forced to defend his new expansion. We do see the Zealots charging in or trying to soak up this damage, as these Hydras are not happy with what's going on. We do see force fields coming down, splitting the army in half, as Mouzhasu does not have that Thermal Lance upgrade, and that would make such a difference right now. Get that Thermal Lance upgrade. Jesus. So the force fields do go down, and Dimaga will be pushing forward, will be threatening this Nexus. I do feel that we should see the Nexus being canceled. There's the Phoenix is coming up here, but we have the 2 Colossus sitting here trying to do something here. We have a few ground units to protect these Colossus, but these Colossus are about to be in a huge amount of danger, as they are racking up the kills, but there's just so many units from Dimaga. Both of these Colossus taking hits right there. These Phoenixes lifting a couple of Hydralisks here, trying to make something happen. More Hydralisks being lifted here, so these Phoenix, just not enough Phoenix in the air to actually do any damage. You see one Colossus being sniped right there, so we only have one Colossus and one Immortal on the field for Mouzhasu, so Mouzhasu will be losing this Nexus here, and Mouzhasu needs to make something happen, as we don't see, well, there we go. Hearing me say that he's going to be cranking out another Colossus, would like to see some more Immortals, as we're starting to see Dimaga start to churn out more Roaches, and we actually do see Corruptors coming here, so the Corruptors are going to be more than apt as far as knocking down these Colossus, because unfortunately the Colossus are too tall and the air units can't attack them. So Dimaga right now putting on a lot of pressure on our buddy Mouzhasu over here. Mouzhasu needs to make something happen, because we either need to see some Psy Storms raining down on here, as those Psy Storms will be very, very apt at killing those Hydralisks, not so much against these Roaches, but the Immortals is really what we need to see, is the Immortals are what are going to save Mouzhasu. But meanwhile, we just see more Colossus coming out there without the Thermal Lance upgrade, and it makes me want to cry. because Thermal Lance upgrade is basically, why would you even get a Colossus if you can't get the thermal upgrade? It's just, and we see a lot of minerals for Mouzhasu. Nothing though, not a lot of Vespine though. He's not even grabbing Zealots right now, as he has the money to get this Thermal Lance upgrade. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Meanwhile, though, we see Dimaga loading up here on all of his Overlords, and we're seeing a Flight of the Valkyries as they're coming over here. We'll be going and dropping down something, and we see the front row of our Overlords are not actually occupied with any use, but we do see Dimaga dropping down in here as we are seeing a drop in Dimaga, or in Mouzhasu's main. And Mouzhasu does not have the forces to repel this attack, so hopefully he's going to be able to engage Dimaga's forces a little bit light, a little bit, able to overwhelm. But meanwhile, we do actually see the probes jumping into fray here. These probes are going to be throwing their lives away for ire and soaking up this damage, trying desperately to allow this Colossus to sit here and just lay down the hate, as we do see these Phoenixes trying to jump here, trying to... We do actually see a Side Storm going down on these Roaches, but these Roaches able to easily withstand all of that damage, as all those Roaches are actually killed by the ground forces of Dimaga, or Mouzhasu. So Dimaga sitting here will be engaging the last remnants of Mouzhasu. We do see 2 Immortals on the field, but they are being focused fire down, and we do see that Colossus go down, and with it, the hopes of Mouzhasu. So Mouzhasu GGing out of this, and basically Dimaga won that right there, as Dimaga took it 3-0 against Mouzhasu, as it was only a best of 5. So Dimaga taking the Cyborg Cup against Mouzhasu. Guys, it was a pretty epic game. Yeah, Shakur's Plateau, pretty interesting map, relatively new on the circuit. And really just, I think that the second game was my favorite, but it shows you the power of those Hydralisks and the macro ability that Dimaga has. But Mouzhasu did an excellent job of really just decimating Dimaga early on with those Phoenixes. You saw how effective those Phoenixes be. But yeah, as the game progresses, Phoenixes to really start to wane as far as being effective. But great harassment by Mouzhasu. Guys, let me know what you want to see. I'm not really getting much feedback as to what y'all want to see, what matchups, what tournaments you want to see, if you user submissions, this, that, or another. So either way, let me know. Let me know if you like it. Subscribe. I have a lot of videos up, and actually traffic's been down. I don't know. A lot of my co-channels have also had a lot of low traffic, so I don't know if the Starcraft season is waning right now. But either way, thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And as always, citizens, stay safe.